Right on, right on. All right, so I got Kyla here with me today, except Kyla doesn't want to be filmed. So we just got her shoulder right there. So, good morning, Kyla. How are you today? All right, so I first have a question, and then we're gonna go back to what we were chatting about before. I saw a quote. It said, "Sometimes the reason you're suffering is because you won't let go of the things that are biting you." What do you think about that?
Well, it doesn't always apply, but yeah, I can see it.
You can see it.
I can understand it.
Yeah. I think there's some wisdom in there. I do. But anyways, we were chatting a tiny bit before, and then I cut it down because I thought we're gonna record this. What did you learn? What did you hear from me when I was high on drugs, either pre or post surgery?
I
think with you were there post surgery. You weren't there pre surgery.
Yeah, I wasn't there pre-surgery.
Get about a little bit in here so I can see your shoulder at least. There we go. And maybe your earlobe. I want to see your ear. There we go.
Yeah.
I'm not lying, guys. She's here.
I'm here. So I wasn't there for pre-surgery, but I was there for post-surgery. I think you got your surgery done like a Friday.
It was a Wednesday. No, it was a Wednesday. Yep.
Was it during vacation?
Yep. It was the day after Boxing Day. That's why I know.
Oh yeah. So, it was I thought it was a Friday because I was out with friends. But, yeah, I was out with a group of people, and then I got messages from Mom saying I could go and visit you. And then we got...
You weren't thinking you wouldn't have visited me unless Mom messaged you?
No, I would have, but, like, I was waiting for the message saying I could go.
Oh,
like, she
okay.
was going to tell me if you were awake, if, like, you wanted to see people.
Was she there when I woke up?
No.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think anybody was there when I woke up.
No, it was, like, the nurses told us, or, like, she called and asked.
Okay.
But, at first she was like, yeah, go ahead, see him. But I was like, and I got up and I left the group of people I was with. But then I got a message from Mom saying, actually, don't go anymore, so I had to go back. And then I got a message again saying, go back. So, because apparently, like, you didn't want people there.
Didn't I?
No, because she said that you were in too much pain, so you only wanted to stay for like a minute or two max. And then she's like, yeah.
I wouldn't have said that. I bet you that was just the nurses telling her.
Yeah.
Like, he's in a lot of pain. Give it a while.
Well, we don't really know.
Yeah, we don't know.
You don't know what happened.
I don't have a clue.
So when I got there, we came in and you were just like, you do that thing sometimes how when you're talking, you're like smiling and stuff, but then you like do dead face for no reason. I've asked you about it and you're like, because I just lack all emotion in that split second. And I don't actually remember what exactly your like explanation to it was, but you did that when
I just tuned out from the world. That's like a normal thing for me. I just blank out.
And then we came in, we hugged you, and you were like, hello, hello. And then
Hello. Hello.
And then I don't know how everything started asking how you're feeling and stuff, and it said
Speak up, I can hear you.
asking how you were feeling and stuff, and you were feeling terrible and you hated it, and you wanted more drugs, but they wouldn't give you more drugs, and then
How did I say it? It was like I want more drugs.
you were kind of like whispering it to yourself. And then this is how the conversation started. You said, I even asked the nurse for mushrooms, but she didn't give me any. She wasn't allowed any. I was like, Dad, have you ever had mushrooms before? You're like, yeah, one time.
Shh, yeah.
It's like one time, but you can't tell your mother. And it was like, you were in university, and you and a bunch of people were gonna rent out a house, but there was a girl who was in the house that you were gonna rent with, and you hated her because she was like really annoying.
Yeah, I remember her. I don't remember her name. Her name's Sue. Yeah.
So, yeah. And she, and while you're on mushrooms, you were walking down the stairs, and her head turned into a snake. Oh no!
No, it was just her tongue. See, I still remember. I remember it was her tongue. She had a snake tongue.
Came out of her tongue turned into a snake and like stuck
It's like
And-
double pointed, whatever, snakes on.
Yeah, and then you got scared and you're like, I knew it!
I knew it! You're evil!
And then you didn't end up renting the house with them.
Yeah, I'm out! I'm out!
Snake was too much. And then we were on the topic of drugs, and we were talking about how you were a great drunk, and how like you were always happy, you made sure everyone else was happy.
Yeah, it was fun. I was a good guy to be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said that exactly, and it was really funny. You were like, it was hilarious. Like, I was a great drunk. It would have been great. Everyone was happy, and then
I was always laughing, always smiling. Everything's good. Everything's good.
I don't remember everything we talked about because it was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
It was like,
We have a lot of it though. I think a video of it. I remember Kobe putting up a camera to record it, and I think I've got it. I think I've actually posted it here. Either he did or I did. One of us did.
I think so. At one point we were talking about Adam and Eve and like some singer I don't remember.
Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. Adam and Eve and Tom Petty.
Yeah, we're all hanging out there together.
You were
I
just
remember
laughing.
being in tons of pain though, because I remember laughing so much.
We made you laugh.
And then the laughter was so painful because it was like pulling on my incision, so it hurt, but it was funny. And
You know, there was
sucked.
one point I didn't know what you were doing, and Kobe explained it to me after.
Come here, come a little closer. There we go.
I didn't know what you were doing, but Kobe explained it to me after. And you would go around the room and you'd go like that, and you'd squish everyone's
your
head.
head, squish your head.
And like you'd look at me and go squish. Kobe said squish, and you squished everyone's head, and then you squished mom's head twice. You went
It's extra feel.
and you went around the whole room like 5 times, just squishing everyone's heads. And I didn't understand what you were doing. I thought you were trying to show me that like you had movement in your fingers. Like I didn't know what was going on.
Pardon me? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so my dad has a tattoo, and my mom had never seen it before. But while she was there, like while my dad was in the hospital, like his thing was on his arm, and
Gown.
it was
It was a
rolled
gown.
up on his gown, hospital gown, and it was kind of rolled up a bit, so you could see the tattoo because he has it right here. And my mom was like, "What's that on your arm?" And he said, "I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. What's on my arm?" And you covered it.
Somebody drew on me when I was asleep.
And you covered it, you're like, I don't know. You kind of like pretended to fall asleep for a second, but then you were back and like you started a conversation again. But you like completely ignored it, but mom was still like, no, but what's on your arm though? And then I think you like flashed it to her and then you put it down again. And she's like, is that a tattoo? You're like, yeah. But then you start talking to Cameron or Chloe or something. And then mom was quizzing Kobe on if he knew.
What did Kobe say?
He said,
I don't know anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about. What tattoo? And then I don't think, and then we didn't talk about that for the rest of the night, but it was so funny because you were just like, I don't know what it is. And you just cover your shoulder. I don't know.
I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
It was hilarious. And then like you went like, you like you flashed it too, so she did the whole thing. I don't remember everything we talked about. I remember at one point though, you did tell me that you were scared that you wouldn't wake up from the anesthesia, but that you did want to wake up so that when I get a boyfriend, you could scare him.
Yeah.
And that he could be very scared of you. But then later on he'd find out that you're not such a scary guy.
If he was able to stick around long enough, then he'd find out.
Yeah.
He'd find out. But in the beginning, yeah, you know.
And that was
Speaking of which, how's that Paul guy doing?
Paul. Oh, Dad.
Tell me about Paul. Have you talked to him again? Will he even speak to you guys?
Let me tell you about Paul.
Tell me about Paul.
On Fridays, me and my sister, we usually go and drop off our bags so we don't have to carry around for the rest of the day at my dad's
Drop 'em off,
office.
yeah.
And usually we hang out with a friend whose school is basically directly in front of my dad's office. And we we were going there, and we had a group of people from my school, and there's a poor guy. There's a guy, Paul, there, and he didn't want to go in because he didn't want to see you. Because I was like, I told him you really shouldn't go in, because like it'll just be awkward and it'll just be bad. And then poor guy, he went in. No. How did?
Oh, I went and got him because he was standing outside. I was like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Who's that guy? What's he doing out there?
He did stand outside. He did stand outside because he took my advice and he didn't want to see you. And then you came and got him, and you're like, oh, who's standing out there? And then the friend I had with me as well, she was like, oh yeah, that's just Paul. He's outside. And then you went and got him, and that poor guy, you shook his hand for like 2 minutes straight.
Guy was scared, man. He was so scared.
Like little French guy and just sweating his arm.
Like his whole body was shaking.
You intimidated him so much.
How could I intimidate anybody? Such a nice guy. Come on.
And then he didn't know what to say, so he was like, this place smells really nice, like coconuts, and you said coconuts and integrity while still shaking his hand, and it was really
no, but how's Paul doing now since then? Like, what's have you spoken to him about that experience?
I apologized to him about it. He got over it. He's fine.
He got over it. Yeah.
Will
they ever come back?
No, never. And he was like, your dad's like a nice guy, but like he's so scary. Like that was him.
That's
And then you started like telling him that because he was out with like a group of girls that he had to protect us, and he was like, yeah, but like I'm like short. I'm really a short guy. Like I can't protect them, and like you really got stressed out about that.
Listen, it's about confidence. It's about standing up for what you know to be right. And do you know what one of the most badass animals in the world is? A honey badger. I'm serious. It's a small little thing. It's like a wolverine, except it's smaller than a wolverine.
A wolverine.
Right? But a honey badger, it's small. It'll like take out anything. Like it could take down a reindeer, a caribou. It could take out like, wolves won't mess with it. Lions won't mess with it. It's just this little thing, all right? And so, and the point being is, he doesn't back down. Yeah. Just doesn't back down. No fear. Now he does have pretty thick skin. That's helpful, but that's my point. Just because Paul's small, you gotta stand up. Be fearless. Be dangerous.
He was trying so hard, but you're intimidating.
Yeah, the poor guy. I wasn't even trying to be intimidating.
Dad,
I was just trying to.
You didn't smile once. You kind of were like laughing to yourself about it towards the end.
I was laughing on the inside.
I was laughing on the inside. Face the whole time. And like my friend who was also there, she was also like laughing around.
Claudie, right?
No. The redhead.
The redhead. Yeah, because your girlfriends kind of know me, right? Like,
yeah.
They probably know I was just giving them a hard time.
And she thought it was funny as hell. We walked out of here and he was so
all right, this is what we're gonna do. You're gonna pop out. Can you pop out and grab it? And then I'll go to your bag. And then I will go and turn the car on. All right, we're out for right now. We might do another one on the way home.